Hello.
What is up, everybody?
Hi,
You already know
bestie.
what it is. You know what time it is.
You do know what time it is. We're back at it again.
That's
It's
right.
Monday Night Raw. It's a post show. I think I have a different lighting scheme because I feel like I'm looking extremely pasty, but it's cool. It's fine. It's whatever. Let us know your thoughts. Probably not on my pastiness, but if you want, whatever, dude. In the side over here in the chat, let us know what you thought about tonight's Monday Night Raw. That was a pretty good show. I don't know.
I thought it was solid. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really hard. I know I said this a couple of times, Amanda, but Raw's come so far.
Yeah.
The draft really helped Raw, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it really offset how bad Raw has been for a while. I feel like it's lacked long-term storytelling and just storylines in general. And then ever since the draft, it's been fire. It's hard. Like a 3-hour show, it's tough to book that every week. But Raw somehow finds a way to keep giving us this excellent show. I know there's a lot of people that try to be negative and try to find the negative in everything, but tonight there wasn't a whole lot of negative to really I loved a lot about tonight's Raw. There was two at least solid hours of just wrestling and wrestling storylines in general. We're definitely turning the page to Bad Blood, and Raw is just it's on fire right now. I hope everyone is enjoying it as much as I am because there's so much going on, and there's if you miss a segment, you might miss something really important because it's really that fire right now.
It really is. It's I remember that. So I guess 2 years ago, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I had just started writing for Wrestle Talk.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my favorite thing to do was to go get a miniature ice cream cone when I was bored during Raw. And that was I had a terrible pregnancy where it was I was trying to gain weight and couldn't, which is super weird for me. I've never had a problem putting it on in the past, but there was a situation anyway. So I would get up and go get, and sometimes I'd clear 3, 4 little mini ice cream cones that I would get up and just get so bored. And now, honestly, I do not have time. There's little knock on the door, and I'm like, hey, Cat in the Hat, we can talk through the door, but I actually can't walk away from the screen because if you walk away or if you kind of go, even if you check out for a second, if you think something's going to go for longer than maybe it is, it's not. I kind of thought the Natalya match with the 6-woman match. I don't know why I thought it was going. Did it already have 2 segments? I don't know why I expected a full nother segment. But I missed the finish because I had a diaper duty situation going on. So I ran away and then I came back and was like, oh no, what? It was over. But I do know that they won. But it is very much it's a thing now. You can't walk away. It's a good shot. Yeah.
You're gonna miss it.
You're gonna miss it.
So let us know if you're watching right now. Of course, first of all, slamchats.com, super chats on YouTube. Definitely hit those up if you haven't already. And we want to know what you thought of Raw tonight. I mean, I thought, and obviously good and bad, things you enjoyed, your best, your least best. Like Amanda says, there's a lot to choose from tonight. Like she just said, I mean, that match was, they were kind of teasing it for a while, and I think we all thought it would be Natalya coming back in front of the hometown crowd. It was pretty predictable, but it's all good. It's just, once again, my only part with this is just, like I said, they built Pure Fusion Collective up so much for a couple weeks, and then now it's just straight dud. They're not intimidating anymore. They've lost all of that factor. They lost it. And I thought they were really doing something. I thought they really could have done something with this, and maybe they do have plans still to do something, but as of right now, I have no interest in Pure Fusion Collective. They have no momentum right now. No bragging rights, no nothing right now. So while I'm very happy Natalya came back tonight and returned with all the contract stuff that was going around, remember,
Yeah.
There were people uncertain that she would even come back. So shout out to her for that. I got a lot of shout outs to give to tonight, by the way. So that's
Good.
just
Yeah.
Natalia gets a shout out for her return tonight, but I'm not feeling Pure Fusion Collective anymore. I think either do something with it or have one of them get tired of losing and turn on them or something, because it's getting it could just be me, but I feel like it's lost the momentum.
Yeah, I feel like you can only give yourself like an excuse of, oh, we can like stick with it for so long, and then it's kind of like, wait, what are we sticking with? So I do Shazonia. Shazonia should have been the name, to be honest. I wonder how much of it is just like, I don't love the name. They got matching gear, so I don't think they're breaking up anytime soon.
Yeah.
I do think, and then I realized I don't know if the Tron always had an abbreviation. Did it always say PFC? Because like,
know.
I'm not like the most military gal, but I was like, why does it say private first class up there? And so then like I got very confused. And like to me, I'm not even like someone who would necessarily ping with a reference like that. So I imagine that the rest of the WWE audience is a little more clued in, would have been like, what the hell's that too? So I don't know if they're doing, I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, geez. Yeah, PF Chang's is also bomb. So yeah. None of those things. So like
I've never had that.
Someone okay in the military. I mean, I don't know the rankings, but in my mind, that's like a lance corporal. Like it's a low-ish. I don't know. Don't come for me. Don't come for me in the chat. You can educate me if you want, though, because I am genuinely ignorant. I am ignorant. I do not know. But PF Chang's is bomb. Do you have a PF Chang's near you?
I think so.
Okay.
I just never tried it.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
we know what you're getting for Christmas now.
I'm
trying a Ding Dong's gift card because that place is delicious.
Is it good?
Oh my god. Yeah. It's pretty good. I feel like it was at its peak perhaps in like the early like 2007, you know what I mean? Like how like restaurants, I would say, used to be okay. We're just like getting on a real aside now, but I do think COVID like really goofed up restaurants. Like everything is very focused on takeout now. So when you go and you're like sitting there, it's just like, ew, I could have got this DoorDash. Like this is the same thing. Like what are we doing here now? Anyhow, hey, I've never seen your name before, Ryan.
What's up, Ryan?
It is. I mean, I don't want to go that far, mostly because those are my homegirls, and 2 of the 3 of them, I am allowed to say that I think they are beautiful princesses. And also Zoe Stark is also a beautiful princess, so it's fine. But yes, I don't think you're alone, DC. I do think that genuinely,
the name didn't help.
I think the name didn't help.
The name didn't help, and then like I said, they've just been losing, and it's like
part of that might too be like the perception, because once you have a name, you're like, oh, I don't know about this, and then like you're sort of more hyper focused on like, oh, I don't know. Not
at
you.
Some point, we got to figure out what the beef is with Shayna Baszler. Like she is a legitimate, like, first of all, I mean, almost a veteran at this point. Like, what is the beef with Shayna Baszler? She's good in the ring. I mean, she's not the greatest on the mic, I guess. But like she can hold her own. Like, what's the deal? Zoe Stark proved. Like I thought, I mean, it was early in the title reign with Rhea Ripley, but they had a good match. Zoe and Rhea was a good match. It was a decent feud for a couple weeks. Like it was decent. Like I don't understand. And obviously Sonya Deville was great as, you know, the general manager, and she's great on the mic, obviously. Shayna Baszler needs a Paul Heyman type manager. So she needs someone to talk for her.
I kind of like that, and I don't know if I can put this into the universe. I don't think he's breaking with the Roman thing anytime soon, but I do remember that his I think doesn't his contract, his WWE contract, says that he would only work with Brock, Roman, or Ronda Rousey. And I just wonder if like
I would have loved to see him with
my god, that would have been good. But I do think you can still do the same thing. Like I think Shayna Baszler, I would almost buy her more as a tag team with Lola Vice. Remember how they were
didn't they, for a little
together
bit?
on NXT and they were like kind of
Yeah,
fun of Cassidy,
they
and
were
then like
teasing it.
and then it just kind of broke down. So it's like I
Yeah.
don't understand. I think that they try things out. Like yeah.
The problem with that is both of them still need a manager. They both still, because Lola still isn't the greatest on
No,
the
she
mic
can
either.
try. Yeah, it's not always.
So either way, they still need a manager because they
For
neither
some
one of
reason,
them.
if Sonya was primarily talking
Mm-hmm.
and not, I mean, I'm not trying to be horrible because I think she's a good wrestler and I think she deserves to wrestle if that's what she wants to do, all of those qualifiers.
For
But
sure.
like for some reason, I expected her to primarily be like their mouthpiece, and then they are kind of like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not even like I'm not being not in a pejorative sense, but I thought for some reason that they would be like Sonya's pit bulls. Like they were
Mm-hmm.
gonna be Sonya's attack dogs, and
Yeah.
that was gonna be like Sonya causing sort of singles feuds or singles rivalries, and then using them to like beat the woman
Same.
up in advance of the match. And so props for like getting there. The other thing is the formation of all the women's like trio affiliations. I feel like maybe was leading to not necessarily like a trio situation. I've let go of my dream, but I do think that there was probably some sort of feud like that
Mm-hmm.
anticipated, where there is like a singles feud that is cascading into like tag teams below them, kind of a thing, like fighting as
Yeah.
well. There's like a rotation, but it kind of seems like I wonder if like Dakota Kai getting injured sort of
Might have
took the
changed some
wind out of
things.
some of
Yeah.
the sales of that, because you kind of have all these movable pieces, and if you pull out one piece, it's like, okay, well, if we were planning on Damage Control doing this and then that and then this, it's like you
Mm-hmm.
kind of have to redo everything. So very true. Very true.
Possibly. Yeah. There we
Yeah.
go. Yep. There's just so many of these women that are in these trios that I think are great by themselves,
Right.
that I
Yeah.
just feel like this is kind of taking away from their talent. Like Shayna Baszler could very easily be going for a title.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you tell me she doesn't deserve it at this point? Like a singles
Yeah.
title, a women's championship? Like
Yeah.
Zoe Stark got her shot.
Yeah.
Lyra Valkyria won Queen of the Ring. And then it's like, all right, we're just going to throw you in this random trio.
Yeah.
It's like, Zelina Vega had her shot. I don't know. I guess I'll just enjoy the trio thing as long as we can enjoy it. I really hope. There's just so many women. This is where the mid card title, like I wrote an article on it. Like the mid card title is so needed for the women's division right now on the main roster. It's not even funny. Like so many are going unused and misused every week. And this is what I'm talking about. It's like we're creating unnecessary trios of women when we could just be having like a fucking gauntlet match or something for a women's mid-card champion, or like fucking a ladder match or something. Like we could be having a whole nother feud. Like it's just there's so many opportunities and we're just throwing them all together like, all right, go fight each other in a trios match. I don't know. That was the only thing I didn't enjoy about tonight. I'm just not feeling Pure Fusion Collective at all. That was probably my least best tonight.
Yeah. My least best. Ooh. Can I tell you? Oh, you know what? My best of the best. Let's start with my best of the best because I can think of it off the top of my head. Yeah. Was Big Bronson Reed's surprise sneak attacking in the main event. That was iconic. I also would like Bronson Reed to let me know who his shapewear provider is, because I think that they had like that singlet is now like neoprene. Like there's an added layer to the either that or he's just been on a massive crunch for like 2 weeks, but he looks so slim and trim. But in like, I hate talking about people's bodies. I think it's so weird, but it did seem to me like in the past, his gear hasn't done him any favors. Like it hasn't been particularly like slimming, or it hasn't been particularly, like compression based. And so tonight he's just flying off this thing. He looks so good. He looks so small. He was jumping around. He's still big Bronson Reed, but it was very much like he
Hopefully it wasn't from throwing up from COVID or nothing. Like, dude had COVID.
Yeah. Maybe you can't. You know what? When you can't taste, I turned into such a kale gremlin when I had COVID because I couldn't really taste, so it didn't really matter. And I was like, okay, cool. I just ate so many green vegetables and like all this stuff that I normally wouldn't want without dressing or whatever. But like it didn't matter. It was just crunchy.
Right.
So
Can't
maybe
taste it
he just
anyway.
did that too. Maybe he just went on that. What's the
Maybe.
Cody
Yeah,
Rhodes
he
one?
did look. I
Diet.
mean, look, I'm loving
Trim.
what they're doing with him. This is a guy that
so good.
You know, we watched in NXT. Like, look, Black and Gold. Like this dude, we've known what he's. I mean, this is what he was brought back for, and it's just good to see that they're finally pulling the trigger on him. At some point, I mean, you can only give the title to so many people, but eventually, we need a feud with him for the title. I know they teased it a little bit with the Chad Gable stuff, and then he got involved a little bit in it. Mm-hmm. But I'm just enjoying it right now. I think we're gonna get. I mean, I'm assuming Bad Blood, right? Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, or we're just gonna keep it on Raw. I don't know, but I want to see them just completely kicking each other's ass for just. Yeah. I don't want to just see it once. Like I want that a couple of times. I need that. Maybe not as many times as Carmelo and Andrade on SmackDown, but almost. Like give me a best of 3 series or something.
It was the Battle of the Bronze. There were so many Bronze. That was my best all over the place.
My best tonight was Braun Breaker, the motherfucking Intercontinental Champion. He is just
Braun Breaker was a gem tonight.
Oh my goodness, Amanda. And like, you know, you watched NXT, so you've known like dude has grown. If anybody has not watched Braun Breaker from NXT to now, like as much as he's improved in the ring, obviously, but like the microphone, like there was a time where it was like cringy to listen to him talk on the microphone. Like it was rough.
He was pretty corny. And
it was corny.
2.0, he was corny.
Yes, he was so corny. And like now it's like every time he touches the mic, it's his character. Like this is the character he should have been playing from the beginning. It's like I think the main thing, and he pretty much, if anyone missed it, Braun Breaker was pretty much teasing before the Fatal 4-Way match that determined his number 1 contender, which was the main event. He was going up to all the different contenders that were going to be in the match and basically just teasing it. But my favorite was Pete Dunne. My favorite interactions with Pete Dunne. He's like, "You're still going to do that goofy shrug. You're still going to do that stupid shrug." And you're going to be wondering, "Oh, why is he spearing my ass?" And it's like, he's just so gold. He's gold on the mic talking trash. And then that segment ends with him and Jay locking eyes once again, Jey Uso. And we said it on here that we knew it was going to be Jey Uso. And they kept teasing it. That's the feud we all wanted. And that's what we're getting. Jey Uso wins the main event, the Fatal 4-Way match, after Amanda said, Bronson Reed crushed Braun Strowman through the announcer's table. And then Jey Uso gets the pin. Frog splash on Pete Dunne, pins him. And we got a new number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. And main event, Jey Uso. Yeet.
I laughed out loud at the person's sign that said Calgary Yeet. And then I walked away to go grab water. I was like, Calgary Yeet. And kept laughing down the hall. Like it was good. That was solid. I do enjoy everything about Jey Uso. I enjoy everything about them leaning into mainstream coverage that he gets, because I do think that's something that you can't buy. You can't fabricate that. So if you have someone that is kind of that organically over, you kind of have to pull the trigger. I think they've learned, I don't know, let's pretend that they've learned the lesson with Cody. If you don't do it, there might be mutiny. And when people say such and such, or we riot now, it's more than ever before. There is an actual availability to riot. The way that social media.
Yeah, I was worried with Money in the Bank when he lost. I thought it was gonna be crazy. You're right though, Amanda. When you grow like this organically, you got to be rewarded for it. It sucks that one of them have to lose.
Yeah,
it sucks that Jay or Braun Breaker have to lose. I don't even want to think about it. I love both of them so much, but as much as I love Braun Breaker and love his character, man, I think you got to give it to Jay. I've been saying it for so long. I feel like Braun Breaker losing it to Jey Uso doesn't necessarily hurt his, because he's losing to someone that is so long overdue for his singles championship. I don't think it hurts Braun Breaker's momentum. Now, if he loses to a Sami Zayn, then it hurts. It hurts him a little bit. But someone like Jey Uso, who's been fighting for so long to get his first singles championship, I don't think it hurts as much. I don't think it stings.
Yeah, agreed. Hey, Matthew's here. Hi, Matthew.
What up, Matt?
He said hi to us, and he also said that it is. Oh yes, Jeff said that was the segment.
Yes, the Pete Dunne, bro.
Really
like
it was,
and it was perfect because like you got a perfect thing where you get to tease the Intercontinental. Yeah, why is he sparing my ass? Perfect, but like you get to tease the Intercontinental match in that segment, but you also tease NXT tomorrow with Pete Dunne and Trick Williams. Like that's perfect, man. Raw's being written so well. Like y'all gotta pay attention, man. It's perfect. They're promoting other shows. Raw is firing on all cylinders right now. And I know I love NXT, and that's still, my go-to show. But Raw they're catching up, man, with this writing, this weekly writing. And like I said, it's harder in 3 hours, and they're doing it so well.
Yeah. Matthew, thank you for this question. Here are the matches. We now know that it will be Liv and Rhea for the title. There will also be a Finn Balor and Damian Priest match.
Let's go.
There will also be a Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell.
Which, yet another reason, and I will go pull it up. I'm going to go pull it back up because I'm pretty sure I had said, because I cover those little post-show thingy-mabobs, CM Punk went out of his way to say, I could care less about ever doing a Hell in a Cell. And I was like, oh yeah, you're already planned to do one, my dude. And you're trying, like, the way that he talks. And so it was so funny that, like, I do remember even then going like, who's he going to have a Hell in a Cell with? And I kept thinking it would be Seth. Like, the whole time I've been like, oh, that's the person. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. So Drew and Punk will be in a cell. CM Punk wasn't there. They said he'll be back next week in Portland, which I secretly wanted to drive to because it's not that far away from here.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm going to SmackDown on Friday, so
I think I'm fine. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Let's go. You just kind of threw that in there. That's big.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yes.
They did this sneaky thing. So hold on, I'll take a SmackDown aside, people. They did a thing where they emailed everybody and were like, Roman Reigns will be there. And then to the Climate Pledge people or whatever, I don't know who got that email, but I got one, my best friend got one. And then later that day or maybe the next day, all the dirt sheet writers, we all somehow found out, and it started spreading around, that he'd been removed from the advertisement and that they had said that he wasn't going to be there. And so I don't know if part of that is a swerve just to not have it out there. I don't know if Climate Pledge wasn't supposed to do that or because it was right after Roman got quite hurt. The other thing is then I have a new sub theory that they pulled Roman and he might be in a dark match or just won't be there, but they pulled Roman and that it'll actually be The Rock there. And then I accidentally told my best friend this. And so now she's like, oh, and so I'm scared I've promised something I can't deliver. So I don't know if Dwayne will be there on Friday. We'll see. If Dwayne is there, I will get to see Dwayne and I'm very excited. I just feel like the switch to USA Network, usually they would, I don't know. I feel like something will happen, but I don't know what that something will be. So you can follow me on that Twitter machine. I probably use Instagram more than anything, to be honest. And I would like it known now, I paid for my tickets, but I did discover from AEW that buying tickets on the heart. So I buy them everywhere. I've never used my free ticket. I did get an immediate thing for AEW once, but I didn't sit there. I sat in my own seat because I already bought them. Right. But if you sit on the hard cam side, it's actually very cool. because I know like you want to sit, a lot of people like you want to sit on the side that you're on TV because that's very exciting and that's like its own experience. But
Yeah.
if you sit on the flip side where you're on the hard cam side, you're basically watching the TV show as it's meant to be on television, but live. And it was like such a different experience because it's really fun to sit anywhere, but to sit where the hard cam side is just very enjoyable because it seems like it's just an experience that I hadn't had. So that's
awesome. Yeah.
That's my See, yes, I did that. That is what I was on the floor even, and it was fun and it was good. So I am a proponent of hard cam side if you're gonna go live. But we'll see how it goes. I was also excited. That was another fun moment tonight.
Yes.
I'm
just
kind of
with that, like I wish he would have talked a little more. I wish we got a little bit more Bret Hart in that segment. I understand what it was. I mean, he's coming back. I was just hoping for a little bit more from Bret Hart. I mean, he really doesn't have. I mean, what is he gonna say?
Yeah,
I guess. But like, I don't know. I grew up watching Bret Hart, so I wanted something more. You know. Yeah. Like I know you're old as shit, but like punch somebody or something, punch Gunther in his fucking mouth or something. Like, you know.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that he didn't get like even a little bit physical. I don't know, maybe he's not supposed to, but you know what though? Sometimes when these legend type folks, I don't know what their like insurance policies are and whatnot. Like, what if it like we cannot allow you to do anything in this ring? But I did expect like a slap. I expected something. I don't know. That's probably true. That's
I wasn't expecting him to fucking put him in a sharpshooter or nothing. But
no, but like a little bit of tussle.
Dude, but like give him a little smack or something. You know, like I just wanted a little bit more. Like he didn't really say a whole lot, and then as soon as it started getting spicy, Sammy came out. It was like, it's like, all right, it was just getting good under the weather. That would make more sense. That would make sense.
So the kind of hallmark part about that segment was that, it was Bret Hart came out. I think they tried to make it seem like he was going to make a cool announcement, but then they vastly underestimated the fact that Calgary, Alberta, and Vancouver, BC are not A, anywhere near each other, but B, like friendly. So it's like, it would be like getting in front of a Seattle crowd and saying that the tickets for a show in San Francisco go on sale. Like we just intrinsically will be like, boo, that's ridiculous. So it's like, I think that's just sort of what happened. So like everybody booed the Survivor Series tickets going on sale, but it just is because Calgary and Vancouver hate each other from hockey. But Calgary, I feel like everybody hates Calgary from hockey because they're quite good, right? Like I don't think there's anybody.
Canucks aren't bad either, though.
Right? Yeah. So it's a thing. Like passionate fandoms, both sides of that.
Yeah, they hate each other.
So they did boo, but that was kind of random. And then Gunther came out. He just had some sassy things to say, but basically he uttered the name of Lord Voldemort. He definitely said Bill Goldberg straight up to Bret Hart's face, which I like write the alt text for the photos. Like when you do an article, like I do the alt, like if I have a thumbnail, I do the alt text for it. And I literally put that it was Bret Hart on WWE Raw scowling at the mention of the name Bill Goldberg. I felt like if someone is low vision, they should understand it was not just Bret Hart scowling. It was Bret Hart scowling at the mention of the name Bill Goldberg. So that's pretty vital context for what that photo shows. So that triggered Sami Zayn to come out.
Yeah, and it kind of, I feel, it's nothing against Sami Zayn. I love Sami Zayn, obviously. And like, obviously he's from there, right? Or the area, something. I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know Canada like that.
Neighborish.
Yeah, I really don't know Canada like that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I do, but like, I feel like Sammy coming out killed the momentum a little bit. I feel like it was getting good, and then Sammy came out, and it's like, so then it just turned into, want my title shot? No.
Right. Still no. Can I tell you, I told my editor, I thought that maybe Drew was going to kidnap Bret Hart.
Oh, really? No, that would have been.
Yeah, he's already effed with this guy, right? Like he's taken his Larry bracelet, he took his AJ Lee bracelet. Like, what's third on the list of shit that CM Punk loves? Oh, Bret Hart. And Bret Hart. But it didn't happen. And then like when things kind of went together, it made sense. But for a hot minute, I thought, oh wow, Bret Hart's here because he's gonna get kidnapped or something bad. Drew's gonna do something bad to him.
Dude.
But yes, see, MDB and his Sami Zayn feud continues. I love that I don't co-sign it, but I love your feud with him. Like, I love that you have a blood feud with Sami Zayn, even though I don't agree with it. I enjoy it though.
He just killed the vibe a little bit.
I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, every time I see an interviewer who asks him about it, I'm always like, oh my God, like, you really said it to his face. Like, you have the balls to say Bill Goldberg right to Bret Hart's face. I wouldn't. I would never say it.
I'm good.
Yeah, the one bright spot of the segment was that Sammy was wearing a jersey of one of those. What are they? Calgary Flames, right?
Yep.
But the players that passed away, that is a very depressing story that I will not tell because I love to tell depressing stories. So you have to Google that yourself. But they did have a nice kind of like covered the tribute that was going on outside of the Saddle Dome, which I thought was important because I can't imagine that it's something that you couldn't acknowledge. I mean, okay, you could not acknowledge it on television easily because we didn't have that experience. But once they like showed footage of the outside of the arena and there's like flowers and like tons of purple Gatorade, that must have been like a favorite. There was so much. There was like very much a big like tribute, like memorial situation going on at the Saddle Dome. So I'm sure. It was very nice. Yeah, it was very nice that they addressed it, and it was also clearly like emotionally powerful. So that was something that I like about the way that WWE is like integrating within sports as a broader category, and kind of this is gonna be a weird sentence that someone shouldn't clip and like send to anyone, but I think they're going out of their way, WWE, to take sort of a rightful place within American sporting society, right? This isn't something that's like, it's not the carny shows of the past. This has been, we're thick into it now. We're 40 years into WrestleMania.
I think the championship belts was the very first entrance into the sports world. I think them teaming up with all those professional and college sports teams was the first step of that. And I think, and then bringing in Joe Tessitore, like it's just more signs. And it's probably, we're going to see even more things. The wrestlers going to the games, taking the belts there, like represent WWE. So I think, you're 100% spot on. They're definitely trying to change the landscape and the, I guess, perception of the old WWE and show it what it is now.
Yeah, I think in where we see you're definitely right, MDB. I wasn't reading out loud that I'm definitely right. But I do think that TKO has something to do with it. Yeah. I'm excited about the idea that there'll be like that Saturday night main event situation on NBC. I don't think it's meant to be like repetitive. I think it'll be like a one-off, like who knows, but I think that there are certain things that are sort of hallmark to American society. I think like the Super Bowl is this shared experience now that like it doesn't really matter if you care about football, you kind of just get down with it. Yeah. I think that WWE and WrestleMania very likely could position itself as the next one of those like just simple cultural events where it has enough celebrities that you kind of know who they are, it has enough things. Like I could see by this, I think this year's because it's a guaranteed John Cena. Like you kind of have all these other things going on. I can't imagine that it doesn't become a much more mainstream event. But I think, just in the last, how long has it been under TKO? Not even. It's been like just the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
So we haven't even had a full year. And I do think that just the overall like media strategy must be very, very different. And so that's cool. I don't know enough about business to know what that really looks like, but it does seem like you see WWE stuff all over the place nowadays. It's very fun. Yes, that I hope that is a big show. That one will be nice. I'm excited.
I'm looking
forward to that.
More wrestling. I'm all for it.
Yeah, so good. Speaking of the opposite of more wrestling, it sounds like Raw will go to 2 hours for some period of time soon.
Someone said that. Where was that? Where was that announced?
I didn't see it. Like, I was writing a story about something else, and my editor was just like, "Oh, I covered Raw going to 2 hours." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And so it does look like later in the show they kind of more confirmed it. But on October 7th, so Raw drops to 2 hours. Oh, they tweeted about it. That was from a tweet. I don't always watch the Twitter machine, I'm watching a TV
I wasn't
show.
watching the Twitter.
But they definitely. So yeah, okay. Jeff said it too. Starting on October 7th, it will be 2 hours, and I do think that's for. I don't think that they've referenced whether or not that will be for Netflix or not. Like if it stays 2 hours, I would imagine it would probably be a little bit more fluid of a timeline on Netflix because you don't have a hard out in the same way. Oh, snap. Jeff. Thank you. Culminating with the USA Network finale. Okay. Well, there you go. Ooh, so the besties, we're moving up an hour, besties.
Moving on up.
Let's go.
No more midnight nights for me.
Yes, that's exciting.
There we go.
Also, yeah, probably would be 2 hours of content because that's basically where we're at.
Those commercials, do not get me started. That is the only complaint I have. Like, what in the hell? Is it just me? Like, my God.
I stream it. I don't watch it on my television. So I think I get Xfinity's targeted marketing for Amanda. And so it's like chubby girl medicine, like every website to get fat girl medicine. Like, girl, you want some maglutide? You want some Ozempic, girl? And then like 2 minutes later, it's like, hey, your fat man wants some Ozempic. Like it has one with a man on it instead. And then it'll be again. So it's like I got 3 of those today. One was Hims. One was Ro, but a girl for Ro this time. Sometimes it's the man and he stares at me and he creeps me out. I've posted about it on Instagram because that Ro man, he just looks at you like he's gonna, ooh, I hate it, but I like it. Like, oh, what are you doing, you chubby Ro man? What's going on here? And then I also get like SUVs. I think because I've looked at like cars, like buying or like getting a new car. And so I get like a ton of SUVs. I also get very offended by my targeted marketing because a lot of the time it will be in Spanish or it will feature a more heavyset Latina in this circumstance. So it's like, I want to know if the other moms are getting heavyset Latina.
Right. Are they getting the same?
Like, are you getting heavyset Latina mopping or like, I don't know. But I do know that the one Modelo ad that I thought was just very offensive towards me is actually just the Modelo ad. So they were not calling me Chola. Like, I'm okay now. I'm sorry. I was offended. I felt targeted by Xfinity. Yeah, there are a lot of commercials.
Yeah, like, especially like the main event. Like, bro, I just want to see the match. Like,
yeah,
it was rough.
Yeah.
And like that was a great match.
It was a good match.
And it's like it starts getting good and then boom, picture in picture. And it's like, I know the match is still being shown, but like it's not the same, bro. Like you got a fucking 3-hour show. You're telling me, like, I work in radio, I know how it works. As long as those fucking commercials play within that hour, you're good. They paid for that hour, so play the fucking commercial in the hour. Yeah, you're good. It doesn't have to be right now. Like, you got all these 3 hours to play these damn commercials. That's so true. Like, it just drives me nuts, especially with the main event. Matches like that with Pete Dunne, Jey Uso, and Ilya Dragunov.
I wonder if they had sold the same amount of ad time, but because they went commercial free the first hour, that's why the second 2 hours just felt like a shit show of ads. Yeah. It was probably not. Yeah. Like, it's probably not really a commercial free hour. It's just like we deferred all of the first hour commercials to the second 2 hours.
Because tonight's Raw started. Was it just me, or did tonight's Raw kind of start slow? Like, didn't it start with the Wyatt stuff?
It started with the Wyatt stuff. Yeah. I liked, so I don't remember what took me away. There was some reason why I missed the Wyatt's entrance. I watched American Maid's entrance, and then
I seen that we were getting the match, and then I kind of tuned out for a little bit too because I had just got home. I coach Monday nights, so like I had just got home when Raw started, and I started paying attention as soon as Nikki Cross started beating the hell out of Ivy Nile with the trash can over her head. Yeah. So that was funny. But like it just, I don't know. Raw tonight kind of started kind of slow. Like, it might just be me. I'm enjoying the Wyatt thing, but like, I'm tired of them in American Made. I think I said that last week, but it's like Chad Gable already fought the boss and lost. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we still doing?
The chat wants to know what you coach, DC. Everyone wants to know.
Oh, I coach 12-year-old baseball.
Oh, cuties.
Yeah, I coach my son's fall baseball team. So yeah, baseball.
So cute.
Hey, there you go, MDB. Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I coach every
time.
Monday, Thursday of the week.
Oh wow. Go to slamchats.com. You send Coach Hendrick some money right away.
Yeah, I definitely do not get paid. It's volunteer.
Exactly. That's why we've got kids, but DC is doing the most. I'm not gonna put that on the screen. You know for a fact I won't put it on the screen. So you can I'm just gonna watch that. That's how it goes. I'm in charge around here.
Right.
So, ridiculous. I do, however, Little League Baseball. Yeah, right? Little League Baseball. They have, like, if you're good, you go all year, I feel like. Like in all sports, like if you are the good kids, you like if you're good at it, like you're talented.
Play year round. My son's pretty good. But that's what, I was doing that, and then I got home. I get home right around like 8:05, 8:10 Eastern time. So I walked in right. It was getting good. Ivy and I was on the trash can getting her ass whooped, and it was good. But then I don't know. I might be alone on the whole Wyatt's American Made thing. I'm just kind of.
No, I do hope it's over. I do. I wrote that in my article. What?
I just want to know, like, what are we doing with them? Like, I don't understand. Chad Gable already fought Uncle Howdy, who is the boss. Yeah. He's the head guy. Mm-hmm. So, and then the Creeds already lost to the other guys. What are we doing? Like,
this is a good point. But which two?
There we go.
Which two, though? Who would you put together?
Ooh, I mean,
I want it to be like Bloodline Rules, where it's just all three and then just rotate them like nasty. What's that? No quarter catch clause or whatever. You don't know who's coming out.
Yeah, fucking Charlie Dempsey.
Yeah, they should do that. It's just White 6. Just figure it out. Sometimes Nikki Cross will be half of the tag team. That. Who knows?
I do agree, though. I really like that. The Wyatt should be definitely. That might be what's next, because I think we have predicted that the Judgment Day would be next. So that would make total sense.
I do think Judgment Day is next. I tried to manifest them moving on by writing about it in my article. It was like, okay, we'll have to find out who's next. So this feud is over. Because I
don't remember what did the Judgment Day do tonight? I remember they beat the hell out of Damian.
They beat up Damian Priest. And he like laid over Rhea so she didn't get more beat.
That's right. Yeah.
They threw me off because when they had the entrances, they said that there was like a poll on WWE.com only for Lonely Housewives, and that they said that Dom was the hottest superstar. And I was totally like, what? Like, no, you didn't. I didn't get the invite for that. Additionally, Dom would never be the one. Like, which housewives were you talking to? Like, it was just, I know it was a joke, but it was extremely funny that would be like the example of like who loves Dom. Like, and then they called him something else. They called him Gen Z something. And I was like, oh my God, they're just trying to throw anything at the wall. Like they're trying to just make anything.
Yeah.
So funny.
See if it works. So, they both, Finn Balor and Dominic, had a match tonight. I know Finn fought Rey Mysterio. That ended in DQ. Well, Rey won technically, but Finn gave him the match by putting him in a single leg crab pretty much through the ropes, trying to rip his leg out of socket. Attacked him after the match. Dominic beat Dragon Lee. I'm also tired of seeing them face each other, especially after the NXT North American title thing.
What do you care? That just needs to stop. We get it. Dom hates his dad. Like, we get it. Yeah. He's going to always hate his dad. It's fine.
I don't understand. Where does the LWO come in this?
Where does the LWO ever come in? That's the other thing.
Like, has anyone asked that? Like, I mean,
I don't know.
Why is LWO still feuding with the Judgment Day?
Cruz del Toro looks so different. Like I think shaving his beard or something, like whatever his new look is so random.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know because I feel like they do all kinds of impressive. I don't know. Why do I think that Ray drags them down? Is that weird? I feel like, okay,
Ooh.
hot take. Oh no. But
Ooh.
like, I feel like there's some of these okay, well, tonight's match I understand because like Finn Balor and Rey Mysterio is something that I don't think we've seen before.
Yeah.
So it does make sense. But some of these things that Ray is still doing, I'm like, I don't know. Can we get one of these other dudes in there? And then Ray's just like on the outside kind of a deal. Because sometimes I don't feel like we've seen Joaquin Wild or Cruz del Toro do anything that they're capable of doing other than like the flipping on the rope stuff, which is cool. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I do think that they were like more strongly presented when they were Legado del Fantasma, because I don't think, what are we calling them now? Birdo and Angel.
Yeah.
And then they just changed their name again because I wrote a story about it and I don't remember what the new name is. It's like Los Garza. Anyway, man, I don't know. That's never sit right with me. I want it flipped back. Like I don't know why that's always irked me. But yeah, I would say that was probably my least best because I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to see Rey Mysterio wrestle. That's not the case. It's just like also
the whole Judgment Day thing. It's like, I guess, I mean, like Carlito's been with the Judgment Day for a while, so you can't even say it's because Carlito left them for the Judgment Day. Like, that's old as hell at this point.
And like, is Zelina still with them?
Yeah, she's still with the LWO too.
Okay.
And also in the random trio with Lyra Valkyria and apparently now Natalia.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Raw's did we miss anything? I can't think of anything we missed. Let us know in the chat. Ed's here. What did we miss, Ed? Did we miss anything?
We didn't do a whole lot of the Drew McIntyre thing. I mean,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, he kind of. I guess the piece we haven't talked about at all was the Wade stuff.
Yeah, Wade Barrett. Is Wade, like, am I tripping? Is Wade Barrett coming out of retirement? Like, am I tripping?
You know what? I wonder if Nigel McGuinness being in that little battle royal didn't somehow like light a fire. Like, is there a capacity for us to see Wade? I would like to see that. I wouldn't mind them setting up for that to be an aspect. Like, I guess I don't want to see him full time in the ring, but I do think that once they start doing this like shake up with commentary, it might be interesting for him to just like fight with Drew for a while. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, that's good.
So to catch everyone up, Drew McIntyre's in the ring and he starts talking about Wade Barrett, how they're, good friends. I think he even mentioned that they got arrested together or something. I think he
said we got arrested. We've been arrested together.
But like said how, he's been sticking up for him. He's been the only voice fighting for him as Punk, not only with CM Punk being back, but like I think he mentioned, why did he step in the way when it was time to end Punk? And so that's what kind of got, and he let Barrett know, like, next time I'm gonna have to do something about it. Wade Barrett stands up like, oh yeah, is that right? He didn't say that, but like stands up like, okay, what you gonna do then? And fucking Buzz Killington, Adam Pearce comes out. That's his name, by the way.
That is Buzz Killington. He's always ruining the good times.
Buzz Killington. Tell me he is not. He comes out, ruins the segment. Oh yeah, I'm gonna announce Bad Blood, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell, and then that's it. It's like, come on, man. Like, it was getting good.
It was getting good. It was getting good.
We didn't mention that part. I think there was something with Karrion Kross too, but I don't remember it at all.
Oh, I do, because I was like, what the hell is this? Okay, so, and then, okay, wait. I wish I knew how to put, you guys, I'm going to learn how to put pictures on the screen, because I wish that you could see WWE.com, obviously, or at least the people who do the socials, obviously acknowledge this, because if you go to their Twitter, they were like, which outfit would you choose? So it was a still of, what is his name on TV? His name's Austin Creed to me. Like he's the one person that's like his real name is like in my brain. Like,
Xavier.
oh no, you're a video game guy. So Xavier once was wearing like a fun T-shirt that was like a Bret Hart or like a it was a singlet. I think it was meant to be a Hart Foundation, but Bret was like a T-shirt that had kind of like a like your chest was Bret. Anyway. And then in the middle was The Miz, who was wearing click on present share screen and then a tab from your Bret. Okay, I will do that, but I'm not doing it now because if I hit share screen, it's gonna be like you can read all my what are my things? My co-star. We could read my astrology together. Okay, so oh man, I just got wildly discombobulated. Okay, so The Miz was wearing a black on black suit that was very weird and almost looked like a woman's suit. I'm not gonna lie about that. And sunglasses that I would be willing to bet were women's sunglasses. They were quite small. I don't know a lot about men's fashion, admittedly, like high fashion. So I don't know, but certainly they were interesting. And then Karrion Kross also had the wildest. Okay, wait, sorry. I didn't realize that. That's even funnier that it was just like a regular Bret Hart tank top over a muscle shirt. Okay, that's funny. So Karrion Kross was there. I also had like a studded leather jacket, like a low pony, like a low man bun. So I guess that's a thing now. I don't know. That is what. The Miz did look like he was at a funeral. It was very odd. It was a very odd segment. I don't know what the point of that was. I think like Karrion Kross was stirring up trouble. And then Xavier was like, yeah, you're always stirring up trouble. Oh, and the Miz was like, whatever, Karrion Kross. Like, I don't care about what you're saying, pretty much. And then, you're stirring up trouble. And then they like walked away. I don't really know why even. And then Kofi came up and they addressed that Kofi wasn't there last week. Or no. Kofi was there last week, but Woods wasn't because he was at Dragon Con. And then, then they like did it.
Kofi said they're going for the tag titles next week.
They're going for the tag titles, and they're also trying to stay together until their 10th anniversary in November.
I think we get the turn next week.
Next week?
Yeah. I think we get the turn with the tag team title match next week. Austin Creed, Xavier Woods finally turns next week. No more New Day.
No more New Day?
No more New Day.
I feel like I have personally been preventing Austin Theory and Grayson Waller from splitting up because literally every single week I am instructed to write an article that is an update on their breakup, but then there's no update, bro. There's no update.
It's getting
they
close,
are not breaking up.
They're getting close.
Time, they've been teasing it, so I'm sure it'll happen. But it's just very funny that like I feel like literally every week that I say it's gonna happen, then it doesn't happen, and then the next week I'm like, "Whoa, we're gonna have it happen." So hopefully, New Day. I don't want New Day to break up, but they will, so that's okay. It'll be fun. I would like to see. Can they do 3 War Games matches? I don't know. I kind of wanted to see like.
I mean, why not?
I think one War Game. I think it should be all War Games. Here's my hot take. Survivor Series.
The whole pay-per-view should just all be different War Games matches.
Only War Games. Okay. Listen, you can get the Wyatt 6 and Judgment Day.
Okay.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
That's a thing.
And then the whole bloodline situation that I'm anticipating, and then I will be like actually totally heartbroken if I don't get to see my own fan fiction play out in front of my eyes. Let's be honest. Now I'm really invested in getting what I want here. I don't know if it'll happen, but like the whole bloodline War Games, I think there's also a very solid case to be made for like a Spooky Girls. So I guess Blair Davenport's not a true spooky girl, but like the Unholy Union, Blair Davenport, and Big 3, and then you could probably put 2 more. I wouldn't want 2 random people, but like there's probably someone else that sides up over there.
Collective.
Yeah, they could have one with anybody around. Like I think they could just have so many of these. We should see. We'll see how it goes. Survivor Series is coming.
I like that.
We got to get through War Games first.
Yeah. A lot of bad blood. Before we jump out of here, catch everyone up on what we get for Bad Blood one more time.
Okay, yes, Bad Blood. What has been announced thus far? It is Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the title.
Yep.
There's Damian Priest and Finn Balor for hatred's sake. Just sake of it, hatred's sake. And then Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in Hell in a Cell. I don't think, is there anything else that's announced already? Those are the three that were added tonight.
I'm assuming Braun Breaker, Jey Uso.
I would think
they haven't officially announced it yet.
Yeah, they haven't said.
And Braun came out right at the end of the show. Fucking end of the show.
They cut off.
Yeah, they cut it off. So there's to catch you guys up. That's what happened tonight. We getting closer to Bad Blood. Raw was fire. Raw was fire tonight. I loved it.
I'm gonna work on this. I'll work on this.
Yeah.
Yes. That's cool. I don't know. I liked her on Total Divas. People forgot that JoJo was all up on Total Divas.
She did say she's interested in coming back, so we'll see.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Sammy and Gunther probably is more of a Bad Blood moment.
For sure, it has to be. It's weird that they haven't announced it yet, but Gunther keeps saying no. So eventually,
I feel like we're gonna have Gunther, Sammy, Jay, Braun, no titles change hands. That rejoins Sammy and Jay as a tag team.
Is Bad Blood only Raw?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, because Cody's in all the marketing, so I'm assuming there's something for.
I was gonna say there's a lot of Raw matches announced already.
Oh, it is all Raw so far, Mike says.
All Raw so far. No SmackDown yet. It's weird.
We'll find out.
Maybe this Friday.
Oh, besties, thank you so much for joining us. We always appreciate you. We always appreciate new faces. We always appreciate new names. Just feel free to do all of the things. You can like this. You can subscribe to this. You can put a heart on it. Jeff put a heart on Facebook. Thank you, Jeff. I am very simple to get dopamine. So if you just put a thumbs up on here, I'll get really excited because I'm an excitable person. You can also send us some money. Send us some money, okay? Just do that. Go to DC's Twitter. You should follow him. He's at DC Hendricks. You should not really follow me, but you can if you want. And yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't actually show earlier. He called you Gun Show. I'm sorry that I left that out. I should go find it. Here we go. Oh my God, there's so many. You guys, I'm really, really proud of the community that we're building to the point that
let's go. Every
if
Monday.
I am looking for something, I have to scroll back, and that makes me feel so good. You guys are so cool.
Shout out to
I appreciate you. We missed you, Jeff. Was like, is Jeff okay? Like, we got to make sure Jeff's okay.
Yeah.
Matt, we always love seeing you.
For sure.
Just the squad. Just the squad was here tonight, and I really appreciate it. Even this chucklehead, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thanks for spending your Monday night with us. Come back next week, where we have so many more things to talk about. None of which I remember what has already been announced, but there is good stuff.
At least tag title match.
At least a tag title match.
New Day and Judgment Day. So we'll see.
New Day and Judgment Day. Okay. Have a great week. Take good care. Bye, besties.
Peace and love.